So guys, it's 2025 and we've got a late start to the year as we took a few months off over Christmas and New Year. We've done a bit of exploring and now we're ready to get back into it. So I've been asked many times to make one of these video blog things about what we do, and I finally bit the bullet and bought a DJI Osmo 3. I'm going to show you a couple of the cars that we're going to stick on this first trip back to the UK. Bear with me because I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, first car, Buick Regal. Unusual for Portugal, probably came off the Azores or one of the islands. I'd imagine this was probably imported by a US serviceman at some point and legalised in Portugal on one of the islands. It's now going to make its way back to the UK. Ford Escort, we're all familiar with these. We bring many of these back. I'm surprised there's still some left in country, to be honest. So the last 10 years we've been pretty much buying them all up. You see it's mainly 4-doors that are coming back these days, but you do get the odd 2-door, and this one looks quite tidy, it's not too bad. A bit of rust there, a bit around about the doors, the wheels are nice, it's a nice shade of black. Yeah, that's about that. Another 4-door, another 4-door Mark II, and here we have a little Corsa GT. So these are kind of coming up a bit now, not as hard as the Escorts did. But a few people are buying these now out of Portugal because you're getting solid shells for little fast road rally car things, or just people reliving their youth. So yeah, this is the first 5 candidates. I'll do a wee video of them being loaded later on, and I'll maybe do one video for each car, maybe do a kind of individual walk round. But yeah, as I say, this is my first attempt at this stuff, so bear with me, it's going to be rough. Go guys, first leg, first phase of the trip back, sorted, 5 on. I think we've got 8 to do, so that leaves another 3. So all that's left to do today is get this truck washed, because as you can see, 5 on, 3 to go, up the road, back to the UK. Stay tuned. Good afternoon from sunny Portugal, and this is part 2 of the load video. It was actually part 1.5 because we've had a couple of late entries that are holding us up a wee bit here in Lisbon, but as you can see the weather has got a lot better than it was the other day. We had monsoons, so it makes it a lot easier and a lot more fun. But check this out, this has just arrived yesterday. We have a 1953 VW Beetle. You get quite a few of these down in Portugal. Again, the weather's always better down here, they don't use salt on the road, so these old things tend to last a wee bit longer. And we bring these back every now and again for a company in London run by Jake Hilling. I'll post a link to his Facebook page in the video description so you can check out his work. The guy does some magnificent rebuilds on these, literally top to bottom, whilst keeping the original patina. The wee hole for the semaphores that appear to be missing. You do get that with a lot of stuff down here. Sometimes you'll find you have a really early Beetle that should be a split oval or even an oval, and somebody's facelifted the back window and put a square one in, which tremendously hurts the value nowadays, but I imagine back in 1955 or 1960, making your car look about 4 or 5 years newer would have been a good idea. Much like people facelift stuff these days, Range Rovers and all sorts of other crap. But yeah, so let's have a wee look round. Somebody stole the engine. It's solid enough. I'll leave that up till I get two hands. Let me zoom out. Let's get a wee look at the powertrain. Okay, so it's fairly complete. Fairly complete, fairly tidy. Not a lot of tin worm. Should be quite an easy one for Jake to get into. But yeah, lovely green as well. Sun's really bringing it out. That'll look good with some lacquer. So a wee look inside. Let's see, steering wheel's been nicked on this side as well. A few wee bits and bobs, a spare headlight there, window in the back. Oof. So that makes it there in one piece. So this is lucky number 6 to go on the truck. So there you go, wee Beetle that's going on. I'm actually waiting on another Mk2 Escort Estate to come on, which will go in front of it because of the shape. And then we should be on our way up the road. So stay tuned again. Just stop the time lapse for a wee second there to show you something. One of the perks of dealing with old motors. Can we see that? That, ladies and gentlemen, is petrol. Albeit very stale, still poses a significant risk. The beauty of dealing with old stuff. So we're going to have to drop the ramps again, find that leak, get it plugged and tidy up all this crap. Because the last thing you want on hot brakes, for example, is flammable liquids. Cheers, Mike. Back again, guys. As I said earlier, we have to stop the time lapse because we've got a fuel leak on the VW Escort. So let's have a look and see what we can find. He's lost his head. So I think this is the culprit here. Yep, that's the boy there. So that's obviously the fuel pipe that's been left. We'll fold that in half, get a cable tie on it, and that'll sort that. Oh yeah. Check this beauty out. Look at the strut tops on that. Bulkhead, solid. Strut tops, solid. She's a beauty. An absolute beauty. Just missing its head for some reason. Let's go and get a wee look underneath the Beetle. I guess it's my favourite on the trip. Still working out this camera. Yeah. I've got a wee pinhole here, which is letting out everything that's in the back seat of the floor. There we go. Bit of weight saving. But overall, I've seen a hell of a lot worse. You notice as well, I don't know if you watch any other videos with car transporters, but with the old stuff, I like to strap onto something that's bolted to the car. Purely because, if you look here, I mean, that tyre's holding pressure, but for how long, nobody knows. Could be MD's guess. You know, if you're moving new stock and it's the same thing all the time, yep, throwing the wheel straps on is nice, but for me, I mean, the front tyre, as you can see, is flat, and those won't be far behind, I don't think. The last thing you want to do is strap it up, drive down the road, and then look in the rear view mirror or the side view mirror, and you get a strap flapping about in a car that's insecure. So with the old stuff, as I say, I like to get on the axles or the subframe, anti-roll bars, anything like that. Car number 7, the Mk2 estate. Should be a bit crispy. It's going to need a wee bit of TLC. Strut top's not too bad. Paint's a wee bit faded. Don't know if it's orange or if it was originally red. Yeah. Crispy windows. Somebody's been on a spicy food. Blew a hole in the seat. Oh, well, that's an MOT failure. Just as well as it's exempt. Roof looks good. Floor don't look too bad. Sills are not the worst. Let's get it on. Number 8. So yesterday when the Mk2 estate got dropped off, got talking to the seller, and turns out he had another 4 cars for sale, and this is one of them. So we've done a deal, we bought an Anglia, a couple of 2-door Escorts, one Mk1, one Mk2, and a wee Mk2 Mini Cooper. So this is the first victim to come back. We've only got 1 space left, so this will be going back, and the other ones will have to wait until the next trip. But we picked this because it's a good shape for going on to the next space. So yeah, wee Anglia, wee Harry Potter mobile. So he told me this is completely original, unmolested example, but looking at the state of it, it could have done with getting molested, so we'll leave that up to the next owner. But yeah, check it out. Look at that lovely door card. Yep, another seat blown apart. These guys really need to lay off the piquant. Is that a Hornet? Ooh, that's going to be nice. That wee bastard doesn't sting me later on. Yeah, good wee base. More solid than the Escort. If we go off the door hinges alone. But if that was a Volkswagen Beetle, it would just get a coat of lacquer, sent straight back on the road. It'd be interesting to see who buys this and what to do with it. Let's get it loaded. So victim number 8, Mk1 Escort estate. This one looks quite clean. Where are we? Seats are good. I like this wee one, it looks quite solid. Take it back. Some plant life going on there. A rodent has been in here. He's not been doing any welding when he's in there. Yeah. Let's get it on. There we go. She's almost ready. We've got one more pickup to do, 2 more cars to get on, and we'll go for there. Roll. Morning peeps, it's another fine sunny morning here in northern Portugal, and we are just waiting on a Mazda to complete the load, and it will complete the load because we've run out of space. We're supposed to be doing 8 cars, we've now got the full 11, the full deck of cards. This one is the newest arrival. You'll recognise the estate in the back. I've pulled it off because it's going to go on last. It's going on last because of the roof rack and because it's an estate car, so it'll just fit better in that space. Yeah, so Mk2 4-door, what can I say? You've seen them all before, you know what it is. This one's got a bucket seat, so we've got a rust bucket with a bucket seat. Just so that you can, don't know, feel comfy in your bucket. Go into the Mackey's drive-through. We've got the Fred Flintstone mod coming on. What else? Nothing else really special to say about this. Although the guy that's bought it will probably tell you more about it than me, because he's an expert on these types of things. But then again, it is a 4-door, so there we go. We walk round, we'll also wait for the Mazda, and then we'll get it on. Ah, it's got the new London modification there for the cyclists. Yeah, you see them on HGVs now as well, so you don't hit anybody on your blind side, or your blind spot. What else we got? Is that a 1.6 or a 2 litre? No idea. But solid enough, 2-door, like a wee fast road rally car once it's had a lick of paint and a bit of welding and a lot of sweat equity. So the only problem with this load is absolutely nothing runs, so everything that's on there has been winched on. And with this particular trailer, the last 2 spaces, you can't winch onto them because the winch is on the tractor unit, which comes out underneath this wee Escort. You'll see it just above the hydraulic tank. See the wee hook? So comes under there, which means you can winch into this last space, the third last space, but anything in front of it, not possible. So we're going to have to get inventive. I don't know if any of you have seen the old favourite family movie, the Human Centipede. If you've seen the Human Centipede, you might have an idea about what you're going to see next. But yeah, it involves strapping multiple cars together in tandem and winching them all on in one go. So we're going to try and get the 3 of them on in one go using straps. We'll see how that goes. Should be funny. But yeah, on my way to do a walk round check, and go for there. Stay tuned. Final piece of the puzzle has landed. Oh, right hand drive. It's got a wee African import. Probably a Mozambique or Angola. Should be able to tell you soon. Smile me, Errol. Diz olá.
Olá! Não, peraí, não. Pode ficar de cima da coisa. Ah. É novo.
Dung heap. The Lisbon dung heap line, that's what we should call the company. It's fairly solid. Being right hand drive is a bonus. Is it comfy? Made in Japan. Did you switch the PTO off?
I asked you how do I do that?
You asked me how you do that. Shit, I've
How
done
do I
it.
do that?
How do you do that?
I know it's something to do with the clutch and then there's a button, but I don't know where the button is.
Dip the clutch and then the button's on the dash.
Different than Scania.
Nah, Scania's different. That one over there, the wee sort of pin shaped one. Left, yeah, push it in. Yeah,
Okay,
done.
on the Scania it's here, isn't it?
I think it's on the offside here. I can't remember. So, here we go. Knock it off so we don't get the noise. Switch off. A bit better. So, finally done and dusted. 11 instead of 8. And that's the last space full. So I'm quite happy with the human centipede method. That's the first time I've ever used it. And it was better than expected. So, we're good to go. Strapped up. Heights checked. Well guys, that's us. Successfully across Spain, up in the north, at the docks. I'm about to leave the truck here, fly back to the UK, and then I'll meet this when it gets to the other side in a couple of days. Job done for this bit. That's the European leg done. All that remains is getting it up the road in the UK. See you later. So guys, I hope you liked that. I cut it a little bit short at the end there because we basically reached the port and I've not done anything on the UK side. I was going to record a wee bit in the UK, but Border Force were getting a wee bit antsy with the camera for some reason. Not sure why, because they were recorded anyway on all the other cameras in the building, and I've got 4 cameras on the truck that go to a little hard drive in there, so I could extract footage from there, but there's nothing really interesting there, just sniffer dogs and a lot of other crap. And you all know what the UK roads are like. If you don't, there's plenty of YouTubers that are doing them, so I'll stick to the foreign side. I hope you liked the load. It was quite a diverse load. We don't get many like that these days. A lot of the time coming back out, we're lucky if we get a full load. We could be 5-6 basically because I've been creaming it for the last 10 years. When I used to go down there, I could easily fill the truck, stick 11 Mark 1 Escorts on there, or Mark 2 Escorts, Mark 1 Cortinas, Ford Transit Mark 1s, all the old Beetles and stuff. They're getting a bit thin on the ground now, mainly because I've rinsed it. So we do venture into France and stuff on occasion to try and buff it up a little bit, and we do a bit of repatriation work for insurance companies and stuff. So if you like it, follow the page and you'll probably see a bit of variety on the next couple of trips. I'll try and do another couple of videos, see how the response is. If the response is good, I'll keep them up. If not, no worries, I'll throw the idea in the bin. But yeah, maybe next time if I'm on ship. I never went with the truck this time, but there's a couple of times we go we're on the ship. It's quite interesting, some of the boats. I'll maybe try and do a video. I'm not going to do a video on the ferries because you've already got YouTubers, they know the Brittany ferries and all that sort of stuff, but if we go on one of the freighters I might do a video because not a lot of people get to see them. They're a bit different. One of the times I managed to get right down into the engine room on one of CLDN's boats. That was pretty cool. I might do a separate thing with that, with some pictures and stuff. I did do a couple of videos, but you can hear absolutely nothing because you're wearing air protection down there, it's too noisy. But yeah, so that's that. That's a wrap. Like, share, comment good, comment bad, whatever you want to do, go for it, let me know. If you think it's good, say so. If you think it's shite, say so. All the best, catch you later.